Solo Sunday hike in the Margallas. This is the opposite ridge from Pir Sohawa, and today is a very nice weather for a good crisp hike. So I'm doing solo because nobody could come with me. It's a very, very private track with no interference, no people around, very close to the nature. This is a freshwater spring that is overflowing in the rainy season. I'll probably get some water on my way back. Let's go and take a look at the बेटा मैं वापसी पे लूंगा पानी, मैं वापस आऊंगा ना फिर लूँ।
हमारा घर बाजार के पास है।
नीचे है?
नीचे बहुत नीचे।
तो इधर क्या है?
इधर हमारी नाना को घर।
अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा।
ये पानी
ये पीने वाला है ना?
ये भी पीते हैं, इनमें से पाउंड होते हैं, वो वाला पीते हैं।
इसमें से पाउंड होते हैं, उसमें पीते हैं।
मैं कब से हाथ में।
अच्छा, ये कहाँ से आ रहा है? आगे से आ रहा है। आपका क्या नाम है? मेरूबा। और इसका बहन का?
मेरी बहन मेरी नाना को देते। मेरी बहन बहुत पसंद है।
इसका क्या नाम है?
उमामा।
उमामा, अच्छा।
आपका क्या नाम है?
मेरा नाम आमिर।
आप कौन सी गाड़ी है?
Now the concrete track has ended and I have entered the wild area. This is Princeton jungle, only frequented by the animals and nobody else here. It's really very, very beautiful. Wild streams going all along the way, and you can see animal tracks along with the waterway. I'll be taking one small stop on top of this ridge and then push on for the second. Approaching the ridge. This is the first stop from my base camp we make here after 45 minutes of really steep climb. And if the weather is clear, the view from this ridge is really marvelous. The whole valley opens up and you can see, wow. Village down there, and all around this area it's really, really great. This track, which we can see, it is a jeepable track. Maybe once a month there's a jeep that goes from here to some place near Khanpur Dam. Margalla to Khanpur Dam track. You can walk to Margalla to Khanpur Dam from here in about 2 to 3 hours if you are physically fit. Next we will be climbing on top of this rather than going on this track. We will be climbing this hill and then make a stop. Now the final जो है ascent has begun and it is pretty steep going along that track which goes to Khanpur Dam. We will be climbing this very exquisite ridge, maybe 30 minutes more of climbing. As I'm climbing, the weather is really turning out to be a rare opportunity. A lot of clouds, low clouds are actually hanging on this hilltop where I'm going. There you go. Really beautiful. Because of very pleasant weather, today's hike is turning out to be a really refreshing one. Clouds. Wow. This part of this trek I really like because you're walking on top of a ridge and climbing steadily in the midst of a really good pine forest on both ways. You can see fallen pine trees all along. These trees are the good source of firewood for the local villagers who have the permission to chop these off as per requirement. Another part of trekking in these jungles is that these small thorns, they actually get latched onto your shoes or clothes or socks and pretty hard to take off. But you know, they're really scary when they dry down. Right now these are green, so I'm hopeful that I'll be able to take these off. These are pretty abundant in these jungles, growing all along. Whenever I come solo, I normally come and sit at this spot on these rocks that are overlooking this really great valley down below. And if you go that way, you can see the other side of that valley as well. I'm in the Pir Sohawa Valley, and if we look down, we are way above that track which goes to Khanpur Dam where we were sitting. So we have climbed almost 300 to 500 feet. But right now this is the top of this ridge, Margalla Ridge. we are at. Across this is the another ridge that is probably, in the region where you go from Taxila towards the Khanpur Dam and beyond towards Haripur. So you can probably the road that goes on across that ridge we are seeing. This track, this jeepable track which I'm focusing on, this is something that a jeep takes from a place called Tarnawa and goes to Mukhnial. So there are multiple tracks coming into this area, one from Islamabad, one from Tarnawa, Taxila, and walking track from Khanpur Lake. Really exquisite area. So let's sit down and relax. I'm trying to take these off my shoe. I think this time when they are green it is easy to take them off, but because once they dry down, then really pain in my neck. You see, these are the ones, if you see these dried ones, they are probably stuck since the winters when these are dried. But right now it's, I think, relatively easy to take them off. Another one here. Yeah, relatively easy. The wind has suddenly stopped and because of the humidity, it's getting a lot sticky and sweaty right now. But I think at this junction, very soon the wind will pick up. So peaceful and quiet, all alone in the jungle. Now the return journey has begun. It was a 30 minutes break with some chocolates and biscuits and some liquids. Now I think it'll take another about 45 minutes going back to the base camp. Weather is still the same, very, very pleasant. The same ridge on the way back. The wind has picked up and it's really refreshing walking down. It's in the afternoon. I have had a really nice hike today, especially due to the weather, which is cloudy. Because in case of sun, it would have been a little bit difficult. But the humidity factor has its impact. A lot of sweating. Well, I think sweating is good, especially once you don't get a chance to really sweat out during the week. So it's a good outlet coming out here, doing a couple of hours of hiking and regaining your body energy and battery level. This is another stream that normally starts flowing after the rains. it continues well after the rainy season till this winters as well. A couple of years ago when I came here, I dug a couple of small spots just to see that water accumulates or not. Let me go and take a look at those spots if they are still filling with water or they have turned into muddy rainy water. This is the spot which is probably due to rain, but supposedly drinkable water coming out of these stones from somewhere after getting filtered up through the natural process. I'll drink some of it and see if I survive. Really a good sign and a very refreshing sight. I hope these springs last till the winter season, because I come here pretty frequently and these are the sources of water in the jungle, which is pretty scarce. You need water to survive. It's good and refreshing, this water. This is another source of clean water that is recommended by the local community. This is also full of minerals and whatnot coming from the natural sources in the region. This also lasts well into the winters. The other one probably is this one, but this is not drinkable. Right now flowing, but this one dries down in the winters. But this one, I think it will last till pretty late. I'll probably drink some of it too. This is I've heard that this is a 100-year-old stone that was pretty sacred for the Hindus in the area, but now Muslims also come and do their stuff, considering it to be a place where their prayers are met. If you look at the shape of the stone, there used to be a trunk here. It's sort of an animal head, but the trunk is probably the place where this decoration is hanging right now. But trunk is no more, but if you imagine, this does look like an elephant's head, some Hindu god. Pre-partition, there were a lot of Hindus here. When they left, so these lands were inhabited by the locals, and now still this stone is pretty sacred for the locals as well. So just a piece of information. This is that initial stream that we stopped at. It's now overflowing, and we can see another sacred tree here with some decorations and where people will actually light some small candles in these overturned cups. This is a common sight in these areas. So we have seen two sacred places today. probably to pay homage to some saints, or as a good luck omen. People put some these ornaments on these trees, or some green cloths as well, probably. This is the valley view. That place in the distance where we can see a lot of cars parked is Dino Valley. They have constructed on top of that hill as well. This is communication sort of a setup on top of this hill. On the other side of this hill is Murray Road that goes from Rawalpindi to Murray. From the other side as well, this is a reference point. This communication tower, you can see. This valley is pretty cool and calm. This track is where I came from, and now this track shall be ending on that road which goes to Whispering Pines Resort. And I'll be ending today's trip at my base camp. I'll show you the base camp as well. This is the second resort in the area. That is Highland Resort. I'm coming from the actual track which is towards the Whispering Pines Hotel and Residences. And I'll be showing you the base camp, I hope, which is visible from here. Oh yeah, this is the base camp. That is Midland Cottage. I'll be maybe from the bend down the way we can see the Midland Cottage more clearly. Now it is even more clear. This is Midland Cottage, a place owned by me, so far being used only by me when I come up for the hiking trips in Margallas. There you see my Jeep parked, Willys 1950 Jeepster, and it's a good facility. Only open for my friends who can come up with me and hike over the weekends. This next few months is a good hiking season in the winters. In the summer as well, you need to sweat it out, but winters, it's really, really very refreshing. You come up here, stay the night, and do an early morning hike, and then come back, do the barbecue, and push home in the evening. That's the itinerary I normally follow. So at the base camp, it has taken me almost 4 hours today, but it was a very, relaxing sort of a hike where I was stopping and meeting people and having tea. A lot of people normally visit this Highland and other Whispering Pines for having meals. They have a nice restaurant up there. But I am only visiting my own place, so I'm switching off now.